Good morning, grade 4 students. How are you? This is our first English lecture in semester 2. In this lecture, we will cover some grammar and writing skills. What are the objectives? At the end of this lecture, you will be able to differentiate between simple and compound sentences. Use something called fanboys conjunctions to join independent clauses and make compound sentences. Identify the functions of the conjunctions and use them properly. Compose compound sentences correctly. Now first, let's try to remember something. What does every simple sentence contain? A simple sentence is a sentence that conveys a complete thought or idea, one idea, okay? So it should have a subject and a verb, or predicate as we say. And as we said, it should have a complete thought or idea, so it have to make sense. Now, what do we call the group of words that has a subject, verb, and makes sense? We call them simple sentence, or also called independent clause. Okay, so independent clause also means simple sentence. For example, Tanya attends all the live sessions. Tanya, this is the subject, attends all the live sessions, this is the predicate of the sentence. So I have here simple sentence, so I have an independent clause. Why? Because I have one idea. I can understand that Tanya attends all the live sessions. It's clear. How many independent clauses does the simple sentence have? Only one, because it conveys only one idea. One idea. Simple sentence, independent clause. This is like an equal equation. What is an independent clause again? An independent clause is a clause that can stand alone. Okay, a sentence that can stand alone. I can understand what do they mean. It's a group of words that contains a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought. We are still repeating the same idea, so you can understand completely what do we mean by independent clause. It's also known as a complete sentence, or as we said, simple sentence. Now, what if the sentence contains more than one independent clause? What do we call it? We call it a compound sentence. If it has more than one independent clause. If I have two independent clauses, it means if I have two ideas in the sentence, it's called a compound sentence. Let's see what is a compound sentence. A compound sentence is a sentence that joins two independent clauses, means two ideas together, with a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon. For example, the dog was digging frantically. The dog, this is the subject, was digging frantically. This is the predicate. So this is a complete idea, complete thought. So this is one independent clause. He was afraid. This is the subject and this is the predicate. And it gives me a complete idea, so it is an independent clause. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to join these two independent clauses together to make one compound sentence. How does it happen? We can say the dog was digging frantically, comma, for he was afraid, or because he was afraid. Okay? So here I used one of the fanboys, the coordinating conjunctions that we talked about. Fanboys. F stands for okay? So the first one, F, stands for for. So I use one of the fanboys in order to join two independent clauses together, and therefore I get a compound sentence. Or I I can use a semicolon. The dog was digging frantically, semicolon. He was afraid. So the semicolon takes the work or the role of the comma and the fanboy. Okay, the word for, the coordinating conjunction for. I can replace these two by a semicolon. So here I have an idea. The dog was digging frantically, and this is he was afraid. This is another idea. So this is how I make a compound sentence. There are two ways to combine two independent clauses. As we said, I can use a comma plus a coordinating conjunction, the fanboys as we said, or by using a semicolon. A coordinating conjunction is also known as the fanboys as we said. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. In the next slide we are going to explain in details about these coordinating conjunctions. A semicolon, you can also use a semicolon without a conjunction to create a compound sentence since the two statements are equal. For example, I really need to go to work, comma, but I am too sick to drive. Now here I used a comma and the fanboys but, okay? And the second one, they got there early. They got really good seats. Now here I can see that these two sentences are equal. They are like related to each other. Using coordinating conjunctions or fanboys. I have the conjunction and I use it for addition. For example, it was getting dark and we weren't near the cabin yet. So I'm adding to the first sentence more information or more details. But I use it to show contrast. For example, he went to the party but she stayed home. Or I use it to show positive choice. She's going to the movies or she's going to the mall. For I use it to show reason. Cats are good pets, for they are clean and are not noisy. So I'm showing the reason why cats are good pets. Nor to show negative choice. For example, we have never been to Asia, nor have we visited Africa. So it's a negative choice. We didn't do any of these two choices. Yet, it shows contrast. He didn't want to go to the dentist, yet he went anyway. So, in order to show results, everyone was busy, so I went to the movie alone. As a result, I went to the movie alone. Decide whether each sentence is simple or compound. The boys and the girls sang on the stage. Now here I have a compound subject, okay, but I have only one predicate. And I have one idea. The boys and the girls, so a group of people, sang on the stage. So it's only one idea, one independent clause. So this one, of course, is not a compound. It is a simple sentence. Number 2, Joe waited for the train, but the train was late. Let's read again. I have a subject and a predicate. And then here I have another subject and another predicate. So I have two complete ideas, two independent clauses joined together by but. So this one is not a simple sentence, it is a compound one. Number 3, you may watch TV or you can go out to play. Subject, predicate, subject, predicate. Two complete sentences, two ideas joined with or. So this is a compound sentence. Number 4, Mason will attend a new school. Subject, predicate. That's it. One idea. So this is a simple sentence. Number 5, she will leave soon and she still has to pack. So I have two ideas, leaving and packing, right? So what do you think this one is? This is a compound sentence. Number 6, John went to the party for he was feeling dull. Going to the party is one thing, feeling dull is another idea. So this one is a compound sentence. The basketball players stretched and listened to the coach before the game. The basketball players, this is the subject, okay? Stretched and listened to the coach before the game, this is the predicate. Even though it's a long sentence, but it has one independent clause. So this is a simple sentence. Number 8, Dan likes to race his car fast, but he should think about safety. This is a compound sentence. Combine the simple sentences to make compound ones using fanboys. Number 1, I knew exactly where I put my wallet. I still couldn't find it. So here I'm looking for a word that means however. I knew where I put my wallet, however, okay, I couldn't find it. So this word is but from the fanboys. Second one, we went to the hospital. We found out it was closed early. So here I'm looking for a word that means in addition, because we went to the hospital. In addition to that, we found out it was closed early. So I use and from the fanboys. Number 3, I didn't study hard enough. I passed my latest exam. So here I'm looking for a word that could mean but. I can use but I can also use another word, another fanboys, which is yet. You can say, I didn't study hard enough yet. I passed my latest exam. Number 4, the team will play together. They will lose the game. So they have to play together, okay? So I'm looking for a word that means if they didn't play together, something bad will happen. So which one? I can say or they will lose the game. The team will play together or they will lose the game. Now, there's something we need to keep in mind when working with independent clause and with compound sentences. Sometimes we fall into the trap of run-on sentences. What are run-on sentences? A run-on sentence is two or more complete sentences that run together as one. Run-on sentences can be confusing because they do not show where one idea ends and another one begins. In other words, run-on sentences occur when there is a mistake in punctuation or in the use of conjunctions. For example, my dog ran down the road after a cat, so I ran after him. That's a run-on because I have two thoughts here and I do not have any punctuation or any conjunction. Another example, American Idol is coming on TV soon. I'm so excited to see it again. Also here, I have, this is the end of the first idea. I started with another idea, but I do not have any punctuation or conjunctions. So as you can see, each of these sentences is actually made of two sentences put together. How to correct run-on sentences? Well, all we have to do is just join the clauses with a comma and or a coordinating conjunction. For example, my dog ran down the road after a cat, so I ran after him. That's obviously a run-on sentence. How do I correct it? My dog ran down the road after a cat, comma, so I ran after him. Okay, so I used a comma and I used so from the coordinating conjunctions. Second one, make the clauses into separate sentences. So we break the clauses into two sentences. For example, American Idol is coming on TV soon. I'm so excited to see it again. That's a run on. How do I correct it? I can say American Idol is coming on TV soon, full stop. This is how I break the independent clauses. I'm so excited to see it again. Number 3, join the two independent clauses with a semicolon. They are closely related. If they are closely related, Dima took her classmate's book. She hid it in her closet. That's a run-on. Dima took her classmate's book, and what did she do with the book? She hid it in her closet. That's where I can use a semicolon because these two sentences are related. Let's practice. Correct the following run-on sentences. It was raining. Naomi couldn't find her umbrella. As you can see, you can easily spot a run-on sentence when you're reading, because looks like you have to stop here. When I was reading, I cannot say it was raining Naomi. It doesn't make any sense, right? So these are two sentences here together. So I can either use a comma and a conjunction, or break the clauses by separating the two independent clauses, or I can use a semicolon if the sentence is related. So here I choose that I can use a comma and a conjunction and. Her car would not start. She was late for class. How do I correct this one? Of course, a comma here is not enough. So this is a run-on. I have to say her car would not start, so she was late for class. Number 3, Ellie wants to quit smoking. This habit is too expensive. So as you can see, till here is one idea, and then this is the other idea. I can break the two clauses by using a full stop. The cat finally fell asleep. This is one idea. The mouse ran through the room. I have two different independent clauses here, so I can use the semicolon. The cat finally fell asleep. Because of that, the mouse ran through the room. So one last thing here is that every lecture we are going to use one of these vocabulary things that you can use, like for the bathroom you have measuring jug, this one called toothpaste, toothbrush, clothes peg or pen, this is a hanger, hair dryer, shampoo, polish, soap, brushes, toilet paper, towels, clothesline, shower, bathtub, laundry detergent, a bucket, mop, soapy water, washing powder. In UK or in US they say detergent, a trash bag, trash can, sink, toilet, washing machine, and here laundry basket. It's very nice to learn these vocabulary words. That's it. That is the end of our lecture. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching or for listening. If you have any question, please join our Zoom session.